Hello and welcome to this video with me. I'm Matilda from Awaken to You, and I'm going to do a video this month. Usually I do the audio recordings, but this month I wanted to do a video for all of you, and I want to talk about intentional creation and how we can create the reality that we want. I see in my clients at the moment a lot of struggling with the with the with creation of reality, with the reality that they are experiencing. And I also see in the world at the moment that there are a lot of people that really push against and struggle with what they are experiencing at the moment. And if we do that, when we do that, we are not realizing our creative potential and how we can actually create the reality that we want to experience. So it's quite common, and it's a part of the path to becoming a master of your own experience, or to become fully realized as a being with a higher consciousness. So it's very natural, and what we see in the world at the moment is that the consciousness is the consciousness is rising globally, and therefore we start to create in another way. So how we create I can explain a bit about that first. So we are always creating our own reality, whether it is unintentionally or intentionally. And when we are unintentionally creating our own reality, that is often what we do until we remember that we can create our own reality. And it's not that many people globally that have remembered yet, but it is coming to most of us in this lifetime to start remembering and start seeing how we can create, and to really embody the power we have to experience what we want to experience, and to hold our own perspective on our reality. And those are really important keys to experience what you want to experience. Okay, so how we create our own reality. So as you probably know, we are all energy. We are a force field of energy, and energy is flowing through us constantly. So we are like energy in motion. And what we are doing when we want to experience something, we broadcast our own frequency, and then we receive the experience that matches this frequency we are holding. And for most people think it in the when we are in lower stages of consciousness. And just remember that it's not like something is better or something is worse. It's just an evolution, and it's not like there's no blame or guilt or anything for not creating the reality you want in a conscious way. It's just how it is at the moment. And from soul perspective, there is no right and wrong, and there is no good or bad. It's just all experience, and it's all contributing to the bigger, broader experience. And so it's really all fine and good. So you're broadcasting a frequency, and then you're receiving the experience that match that frequency. So it works both in the nearby, in your own field, what you can see just around you, and as your energy field is huge, so it also works in a way that it draws experience to you from further away into your field, and they're coming into your experience. And you probably noticed this, that you can be in the same place one day, and when you're feeling good, the place is like really glowing and shining and welcoming. And then you can go there another day and be in a bad mood, and then it's all dull and gray and not very welcoming. And that is actually how it works. So you might look at the same surrounding as another person, but if you're really you're really seeing what matches your frequency. So what we tend to think in the lower dimensions is that our state of being, our emotions, are a response to what is happening outside of us. So that we are really reacting, and we can only feel good if our surrounding changes. So I have been really in that all myself a lot. Like and it often works like this. It's either you align with the if you for example meet a person who's in a bad mood, you either align with that person and you become in a bad mood too, or you push against the person and react to the person like, you have to change so I can feel good. and you probably notice or recognize this, because that is so common, and it's really funny because that's what we see in the world playing out a lot right now. You have to change so I can feel peace. Chaos has to stop so I can feel peace. And that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way or seeing it that way, but just know that there is another potential for you. And that is what this creator thing is all about. It's really just about remembering and knowing, and from there you can choose your experience, because then you know you can really just you can experience that, but then it's of your choice. You can push against, but then it's of your choice, and you know it's of your choice, and it's all fine and good. So as I said, the soul really doesn't have any like, this is right, this is wrong, this is a bad experience, this is a good experience. I'm just going to pause it here and I'm going to come back. I'm back. My cat was just meowing very loudly outside the door, so I just had to get him in. Okay, back to that creation. Yeah. So when we begin to realize that we are the ones creating our own reality, and in that it's important to remember that when we start to create our own experience intentionally, we also embodying higher stages of consciousness. And when we're doing that, we let go of the judgment of what was a good experience and what was a bad experience. When are we having a success and when are we having a failure? So it's really important that these things go together, because otherwise we cannot create an experience from a neutral ground. And we really want that, because we don't want, when we create, to be limited by anything. So really a lot of our creation before that, when we are not intentionally creating our experience, are based on avoiding a scenario. We don't want to be poor, so we make money, or we don't want to starve, so we make money. We don't want to be alone, so we find a partner, or any versions of that. And you might say, oh, but I really I really love my partner, or I really love my job. And that is that can also very well be true, but in like, imagine that you didn't have it. Imagine that you didn't have it, and then what would you be feeling? Would you be just as perfectly fine as you are having it, not having it? And that is where we embodying the complete neutrality, and that not judging, that having it is great and an amazing experience. Not having it is also an amazing and great experience if we choose it. And that is where your power come in, that you have the power to choose that any experience you experience is amazing and great and fun. And the reason why we then do that is because if you're not falling into a hole and emotionally and thinking, oh, this is the worst experience ever, imagining getting up from that hole, it's much more difficult than standing in this experience and not seeing it as a whole. Then you can just take your next step. You can just say, amazing, I created a big argument. Wow, what a blast. Okay, what do I want to create now? And that is pretty much how we work with creation, not judging any experience and just allowing it to unfold. So a lot of the struggle I see at the moment is really is because we judge the experience. Oh, I want to go in that direction, and if I cannot go in that direction, I judge. I judge and I say it's wrong because I imagined I was going in that direction. And that's not playing with your infinite potential. So we have an infinite potential to create any experience that we want based on frequency. But we think, I want this because I think that's what I need to do in order to get what I want. But maybe you broadcasted, I want an experience like this, And the universe say, oh, this way is really, really good for you then, because it's just right there, just there. And you're like, no, I have to go this way. I know, because I've seen other people go that way. And that is what's changing now. So when you just relax and embody that higher frequency and just allow it all to unfold, you will see that the trajectories are going to change for you. So instead of struggling, instead of pushing against what is, because you think you can predict what's going to happen, which you cannot, then just allow yourself to start playing with this, playing with your creative potential, and just see how you can play with it, work with it, and just allow these new types of experience. And it works very differently than we've been used to until now. So we've been used to taking a lot of action. When you work with your creative potential, you just are, you're just being. Doesn't mean you never take any action. It just means that you take action when you feel the energy flow towards a certain action, and not that you try to figure out how you can get to a certain place by taking action, because that's very limited what you can imagine, because it's based on what you've seen around you, what you've seen other people doing, and the universe is much more creative than that, so it can come up with something much better than you can, as long as you trust you. Trusting you, trusting the universe, that's also a very big key point when we are working with creation. So what I wanted to take you through today is a little exercise or activation in order to start working with this. Maybe you're already used to this and just find this this conversation really uplifting and amusing. And maybe this is all new to you. Either way, we will do a small exercise, and it's to embody it's for you to understand how this creation works when we're really working with it in depth, and also to really see how you can embody new frequencies just by choosing it. So we're going to embody the frequency I'm the lucky one, and it's something I've been playing with a lot, and it is so that now I'm going to guide you into a meditation, and we are going to experience how it feels to be the lucky one. So when we're also working with creation, we can sometimes tend to think, okay, I have to focus on what I want to experience, what I want to get more of, and we get up in the head and we're like, I want to experience this, I want to experience this, I focus on this. But what is really necessary is to embody it. So feel it in your body as it's already happening. And that's a tricky point, because many of us tend to be a lot up in the head. So not for me so much anymore, but I used to be a lot up in the head. And really to feel how this experience feels in the body is the key to attracting the experience. This is where you hold the frequency. So the thoughts are related to how you feel in the body, but really the thoughts can give a feeling of being not connected, what's it called, a bit like if you want it in your mind but doesn't feel it in your body, then it can feel in your body as it's something out here that you're not experiencing yet. So that gives a feeling of I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, and then that is what you're broadcasting out in your field. So embodiment, that's so important. I'm just going to take a sip of tea, and then if you start closing your eyes. So start by taking a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. And feel how you're connected to your body, your beautiful, divine body. Feel how with each breath, you're more and more connected. Feel the knowing that you have the ability to choose your experience for you. that you can choose any and all things, any and all experience. But it's just about you finding that frequency inside of you, allowing that frequency to spread into your field, and thereby drawing that desired experience to you. Breathe, remember, breathe, remember, you are creator of your world. All experiences are valuable. All experiences are desired from a soul's perspective. Yet now you get to play with infinite creation. You get to choose what you want to experience in your world today and in the future to come. Take some deep breaths and see yourself standing in a circular room. In the middle of a circle, you're standing, perfect human being, divinity. It's you. You're perfect. You're beaming with light from your beautiful, expanded heart. Feel your heart space opening more up, allowing more light to beam from the heart out into the room and receive more light from the room into your heart. Now imagine the room is being filled with a bright golden light. Feel it around your body. Now imagine that this golden light are all the gifts in the world that you could ever imagine, that you could want in this lifetime. And so much more than that. Feel the energy and filling yourself up with this light, these experiences and gifts. Feel how it feels to be receiving all that now. Feel the eager anticipation, all this beautiful experiences coming into your field of experience. All these gifts, desires fulfilled, bright future, receiving everything you ever wished for. Now imagine specific experiences of things that you're giving to your human. See your human excited, your body excited to receive those gifts. It's always wanted. Feel it in your body. Feel how this changed the way you feel inside of you. See yourself receiving. Experience yourself fulfilling your own dreams by allowing this to occur, this to happen. You no longer have to wait for someone to fulfill your needs. You can just do it like this. Create your own experience in your imagination. You don't need anything anymore because you have it all in your creative being. And when you embody this frequency of being fulfilled, satiated, having everything you need and want, those are the experience you're gonna receive in your reality, in your physical experience. And allow it for the processes to occur. Sometimes you will experience fear related to opening up again, to receiving that much, so much love and light. Just allow it. Nothing has gone wrong. It is just you on your journey to becoming more you. Embody your divine creator frequency. Do you feel how lucky you are to know this now? Do you feel how lucky you are that you know that you can give yourself everything, every experience you want, and give it to you? And it will become your reality. One step at a time. Now breathe and put your hand on your heart and the other one on the belly. Come back. Feel your body. Feel how your body has changed with these new frequencies activated. How do you feel it? Where do you feel it in your body? Choose more of that if you like it. Just say, yes, I want that feeling every day, now, all the time. And go back and find the frequency. Now slowly come back to the room. I hope you enjoyed the process. This is what I take my clients through sometimes. if we are going to work with a specific subject, we go more into the details of how they can create that. So if you feel like it, you can book a session with me, but otherwise you can also just listen to this activation again and again, and you will become better at finding the frequencies inside of you, and you can really do it with any emotion or feeling that you want more of. You can just go in and find that. So a little trick to do this is that everything comes through your senses. All your experiences come through your senses. So when you see something in another person you like, that is really you feeling it. That is really you're feeling. that's a bit funny. Okay, but so when you see what you want in another person, you can just go inside you and say, this is me. I choose to feel this about me. So you see another person who's very popular, maybe very happy, but the reason you know is because you feel it inside you. So it's not just something happening in the mind. It comes in through your body, and you experience it through your senses and your body. So you can find that frequency again that you see in other people. Okay, I can talk more about that another time. But that was all for today. And let me know if you like the video, and let me know if you want to hear more from me. I love that connection with all of you. So that's just great. Don't hesitate to connect with me. Okay. Have a nice rest of your day, all of you. Bye bye.